Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes and Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova return to the big screen in Marvel's latest Thunderbolts *, although this time they aren't mingling with the Avengers. Essentially the MCU's counterpart to the Suicide Squad, the Jake Schreier directed film acts as an origin story of sorts, but for a team rather than a specific comic book character, as the unlikely pair find themselves at the helm of a motley crew of anti-heroes when an unforeseen threat arises. For the majority, the film is fairly self-contained, yet there are also events within it that are bound to resonate throughout the larger franchise, and we're not solely referencing the introduction of Louis Pullman's incredibly powerful Sentry. With that in mind, we have taken it upon ourselves to break down the surprisingly emotional Thunderbolts *, addressing all of your pressing questions from who meets their end to what happens next. It should be stated clearly that significant spoilers are ahead. Therefore, if you haven't viewed the film yet and wish to avoid any plot details, please turn back now. Thunderbolts ending recap. After Bob positions himself as a distraction to assist Yelena, Ava/Ghost, and John Walker in escaping OXE Group's clandestine incinerator, we met Walt, Valentina, and her goons capture him and transport him to New York City. Specifically, the old Avengers Tower. Determined to harness his apparently limitless powers, Val delivers a confusing pep talk to Bob and proposes that he collaborate with her to safeguard the planet as the Sentry. His inaugural mission? Eliminate the Thunderbolts. After dyeing his hair blonde and donning his new golden suit, Bob, as Sentry, defeats Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, Walker, and Ghost when they arrive at Val's skyscraper HQ, but he allows them to retreat, rattled. Val admonishes him for not completing the task, asserting that he must follow her orders. Why? He eerily responds, his yellow eyes radiating with newfound delight. Sentry labels himself as a god, which Val derides, prompting him to remind her that she had previously stated he was more formidable than the Avengers combined and, well, that team includes at least one god. Realizing she's attempting to access his kill switch, he seizes Val by the throat and slams her against the wall. Fortunately for Val, her assistant Mel arrives and manages to kill Sentry before he can inflict any serious damage. The duo departs, Val instructs Mel to arrange a cleanup, and the camera shifts back to Sentry's form as it gradually turns black. The Void is here. As the Thunderbolts argue outside, Yelena lashes out at Red Guardian for not supporting her during the specific moment when her sister Natasha died, while the Void soars high above the city. Val instructs her military man Holt to take him out, but the Void eliminates him and his helicopter pilot mid-attack, resulting in the aircraft crashing onto the streets and causing civilians to panic. The Void then begins to erase anyone his shadow touches, leading Yelena to willingly step into the darkness. While Red Guardian and others debate pursuing her, Yelena experiences recurring nightmares from her time in the Red Room, one of which shows her deceiving a friend into a deadly trap in the woods. Another nightmare depicts her reloading a gun faster than anyone else, prompting their teacher to punish the slower girls with a whip. Then she stumbles into a vision of herself unconscious on the bathroom floor, holding an empty vodka bottle. As she approaches the doppelganger, it attacks her, before the memory resets and her other self is again laying on the floor. Yelena spots Bob in another reality reflected in a mirror and shoots the glass, allowing her to pass through. There, Bob reveals that he does not actually have control over the Void, as a vision shows that Bob's father used to abuse him and his mother. Yelena asserts that they can escape the Void's torment by cooperating, but the room begins to assault them. As a curtain tightens around both their necks, Ghost appears, slicing the sheet in half, while Bucky, Red Guardian, and Walker also arrive. Together as a team, the six of them rush through Bob's most painful memories, which includes a meth-induced period as a sign twirler, before ending up back at the Kuala Lumpur lab that Yelena initially blew up at the start of the movie. The Void then manifests to the team, binding everyone by Bob as he claims that he will always be weak and alone. Bob hurls himself at the Void and strikes multiple blows while the silhouetted villain continues to mock him, although it seems to have little effect. This isn't right, Bucky tells Yelena, who breaks free of her bindings and rushes toward Bob. Upon reaching him, she embraces him and reassures him that she is right here, prompting Ghost, Bucky, Red Guardian, and Walker to do the same. As Bob begins to calm down, the Void appears to weaken, and the New Yorkers he absorbed start to reappear. In the real world again, Valentina introduces the Thunderbolts to the media as the new Avengers, claiming credit for forming the team, while Yelena sneaks up behind her, whispers, "Oh, we own you now," and smirks. As Alexei told her earlier, there's no higher calling than being a hero, after all. In relation to named characters, there's only one significant loss in Thunderbolts *, and it's Taskmaster, which a lot of Marvel fans had somewhat anticipated because Olga Kurylenko's name was notably missing from Marvel's Avengers Doomsday casting announcement. For MCU standards, it's an extraordinarily savage death, a headshot inflicted by John-Kamen's Ghost at the start of the film. With the US government aiming to impeach her as CIA director, Valentina conveys to her assistant Mel that they must resolve any outstanding issues. This includes, as it turns out, deceiving each of her covert operatives, Yelena Belova, John Walker, Ava Starr, and Taskmaster, into eliminating one another. Valentina informs Yelena that she has learned of someone's scheme to steal OXE Group's research, and directs the former Red Room assassin to stop them by any means necessary. While surveilling the vault, Yelena notices Ghostface through its steel door, prompting her to follow. However, upon entering, Ghost has disappeared. Instead, Yelena is confronted by Walker, who tells her that she is his target, even though she is not his. Taskmaster then joins the fight, heading straight for Walker. As the three engage in combat, Ghost re-emerges and tackles Taskmaster, ultimately neutralizing her amidst the frenzied action. Shortly afterward, they realize they are being manipulated and decide to collaborate to escape Valentina's grasp. Good fortune for them, unfortunate times for the recently deceased Antonia Dreykov. Hope you like this video. Stay tuned in this channel for latest upcoming updates on this series. And add a bookmark in this channel for further upcoming updates on movies, anime, and web series. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, comment and share our channel. And for latest updates, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.